Well, I went back in time and I got my hair. Steelers Nation Australia headband. We'll get you some like high socks. We'll get you some like these shorts.
Hey,
Oh, you're standing up.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's like balls of fury.
So when JJ52 says, will Ray Gun make the 53? No, she's cut.
If you're not going to take Ray Gun, I know a place in Western Pennsylvania where she'll fit right in. Right at the cookie table at a wedding.
She could be my second string long
Call her
snap.
Dr. Boogie or Dr. Get Down and tell her she has a PhD in Get Down. Like, play the music, you know.
You know what? If she'd had some bling, and looked like LL Cool J and told me they're gonna knock you out, she might have won.
Alrighty, Steel Nation.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Alrighty, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia and also Steelers Dynasty Podcast. I'm sorry I sound like a fucking frog, but I just been sick the last week and then I had a little bit of stress over the last few days and it's turned me into this, but we're still here. So, Bubba, what's going on, mate? How are you?
I'm okay. Nobody cares what, I'm just living life. That's all I know.
That's all we can do.
I've been trying to finish my yard for 3 weeks now, and I've been taking increments. So everybody that drives by my house every day, it's getting more and mowed. So by the end of the week, maybe I'll have my yard cut.
And do you want to introduce your side partner? Because we're going to bring him in a minute. Who's your partner for your podcast? We're going to bring him in.
Well, my partner for the Steelers Dynasty podcast is special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller, and God only knows where he's at. And there he is. Where are you, Shane?
I'm in a vehicle in a parking lot with 18 high school football teams. Had just finished playing since about 5 in the afternoon, 7-on-7, and it is hot as hell. It's 85 degrees, and
here I'm wearing this gear.
Yeah, and it's 50 in Australia, and he's shivering. Yeah.
Right, my house is cold. My house is like minus 20. It is freezing. And also,
you know what? I felt like you today because I had my wife shut the air conditioner off because I was chilly. So I don't know what. Maybe I'm catching what you got.
I don't know. I definitely had something as well when I was in fucking Pittsburgh because of something going around. And the team got it as well. Patrick Queen and Cameron Hayward got it. I'll be good in 2 days, hopefully. Guys, we're almost there. We're so close to like training camp. It's like 10 days away.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you'll be excited for one day and then you'll be like, oh my goodness, where's preseason football? But Bubba, what day are you going, Bubba?
I don't know. I'd like to go the first day. It all depends when I can get down there, but I am going to go. I do want to go to the Friday Night Lights in Latrobe. I try to go every year, but I don't want to be parking 7 miles and walking 6 miles in. I mean, it's just – and then I heard if Pat McAfee has a show down there, I don't know where I'm going to park because Latrobe will be the biggest amount of population that they ever had in a long time because if he has a show there, it's going to be hard to get in.
What about you, Shona? Are you going the same days, Bubba, or are you going down?
I might not go because I might be going on vacation. If I can't go the 23rd or 24th, then it's not going to work. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. I called Bubba up, and I have a source that has told me some fantastic stories about training camp. And this guy, for the past 4 years, has been one of the security guys there for the camp. And there are two types. There's the armed ones and then the unarmed ones. And the armed ones have a closer relationship to the players. And some of the stories that I was told was just amazing. Bubba and me talked about some of them, but the insight is, and this is for the fans that want to go to training camp. I was told that they just do it in the morning now, that it's just open to the public in the morning. Afternoon practices is not. He gave me a battle rhythm of exactly what they do. They get up about between 4 and 5. They get their training where they have to get stretched out, whatever they eat. Then they have meetings until about 10, and then they go work out. Then they have lunch, and then they have meetings again, and they might they don't do another workout in the evening every time. But Tomlin, guys, I'm going to tell the Tomlin story later, maybe save it for another time, but Tomlin has activities that would be fun as a fan to watch, like home run derbies and sack races and stuff like that. Man, if I was a fly on the wall.
Well, you've got to keep this stuff fun. I think you need to keep training camp. Of course, needs to be one goal to get better and then find out who's going to go what position. But you got to keep it fun, right? You can't be so boring and militant too much, And of course, they're going away from their families. Like we're one of the, I think 10 teams or 8 teams that don't go to the inside their city. They actually go away. Like I think Green Bay goes away,
right?
Rides their bikes and stuff. So this tradition has been going since the 70s, right? Where they go to Latrobe, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they're away for 3 weeks from their families. They stay in the dorms, and it's meant to be a team bonding thing. And I think it works. Mm-hmm. It works good enough to get 10 wins at the moment. We just can't get that next one. I'm looking forward to it because I know right now all the AI stuff and all the drama around TJ's contract. Hopefully that's sorted soon, but we get to see the young rookies. We get to see the players go into their roles again. We get to see like the new players too. DK Metcalf working with Rodgers. So this is where it starts to begin, and then we can see, okay, it's not, you don't win championships here, but it's definitely a start, right, Bubba, to see these guys in action.
Well, I believe you do win championships when you go to training camp because you're solidifying the team concept of, offense and defense. And now this has been the busiest off season in recorded Steelers history. I need a program to know what numbers, where everybody's at. Like I'm not going to know who's who when I get down there. So I'll need a book of instructions, but I think this is where you lay your base down. If Tomlin can get everybody on the same page going into training camp, and then from training camp to the exhibition preseason games, and then we're driving the car right into the, out of the garage, and it's going to be game on.
What about you, Shayna? Do you think is this an important step? Part of the process?
Well, I think the most important step is the rookie talent contest at training camp. I think it all starts there for the morale for the team.
Don't they have to do something in front of like they got to sing right or something, right?
Yeah, they got to do some sort of talent as a talent contest, and that would be the high. No, on a serious note, yeah, it starts here, and the fact that I was told from this source that 2 years ago, Tomlin changed up the way they conduct business. Per the strength and conditioning coach, they no longer have that strenuous afternoon workout. They do a lot more stretching. So does that help? I think it's too early to kind of know. Like, it seems like the injury bug didn't hit him as hard this year as compared to 3 years ago, but my God, it's 17 games is a long season.
It's a long season. It really is. Even for like rookies who go through the whole process of doing what they do, and like, guys like Will Howard and Jack Sawyer going to the championship game, winning that, then going through all the draft stuff and all this kind of stuff, and then next minute you're in rookie mini camps and mandatory stuff. Then you go training camp. Then you go preseason. Then they play all preseason football. So it's a big leap. I'm just keen because like, you guys will get to show some videos of like real Steeler fans, I guess. Like these guys, the chat are awesome, but like sometimes you see it on Facebook, it's a lot of crap. You're just walking around then talking to people out in the street. That's what it's all about, right, Bubba?
Right.
Catching up with people and meeting other black and gold fans.
Well, and I might do a lot more of that this year than I have in recent past. And I am still a little upset from like our show last Wednesday. When these people jump on the Steelers Dynasty podcast and they were giving you whatever, and it's ridiculous. Like all three of us, the two of us on the top are probably Shane's a realist. Me and Mark are pretty much diehards. We live and breathe Steeler football. Shane likes the Steelers, but he gives his real take of realism on and he also changes up where he doesn't think the Steelers are going to win a Super Bowl every year, like myself and Mark. Now, Mark being an Australian, he's allowed to be a Steeler fan.
I'm not allowed to be a Steelers fan.
Well, you are in my show and any other show. I just don't know where some people get off. And the Steelers are international. We're not America's team. We're the world's team. You know what I mean? So
they're going to Dublin this year. I'm going to Dublin.
Yeah, and that guy can't even get that guy last week probably never bought a ticket to a goddamn Steeler game, and he's complaining. And you're going to Ireland to try to get in to watch the Minnesota and Steeler game.
Yeah, you're a super fan.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I think, guys, that just because the rookies have to do it, I think Bubba, Mark, and Shane should do a talent contest. And Mark, when you're in Dublin, you should link up with your foreign friends and do Ice Ice Baby and rock it like it's 1991.
I'm not doing a potato sack race because I'll twist my ankle. Because I fell in the movie theater last week watching Superman, so I am not doing anything.
How'd you fall over?
Well, I missed a step. I was looking at my phone. I missed the one step, and down I went like a ton of bricks.
And once you fall, it's like almost.
It took me 20 minutes to get up. I was like my tortoise downstairs. I was on all fours. Oh, it was bad.
Once you go, it's you're already gone, aren't you? Have you ever seen those guys on ice when they're like trying to save themselves on the snow?
Yep, didn't work.
I just tuck my arms in and take it. I slid down the back steps of my house last year when there was ice. And I just
you fell and went, okay, now I'm a toboggan. Now I'm going down.
Yeah, I'm just like, and my back was just
probably safer than putting your arms out and hurting yourself.
Yeah.
That's for sure. There's a bloke here too, or a commenter here from DLC. What's going on? I'm used to a two-man show. Yes, we do Steeler Nation Australia, which is me. We link up with Steelers Dynasty podcast.
And that's a two-man show on Wednesday. Tuesday's a three-man show.
Tuesday's a tripod.
Trifecta.
And I think we haven't missed one for a while, have we? Or maybe it might have been a few weeks.
We've only missed one. Week. Yeah, we've only kept one up 1 week.
And then I was sick, and then
you guys had the wrestling going on too.
Well, that, and I think the weekend that you were sick, our Wednesday show, I was sick, and so that was a whole week.
What's happening? We better shut down the country, eh? We better shut down the world.
Well,
I'm joking.
I got to get. I think I better get some sunscreen because if Steeler training camp is like it's been this weather the last, I don't know how I'm gonna have to carry a Steeler umbrella or something because this weather in Western Pennsylvania has been stifling. So I can only imagine watching those guys in pads. Oh my God.
There's no shade out there, is there? There's no shade for you.
There is by the trees. If you get by the big trees, or if you watch it through, now this is cheating. You go into St. Vincent's in their cafeteria game room. They have a big window, which is air conditioned. You can sit there and you can actually watch. And that's cheating. But if I have to do it, I'll do it.
How do you get
cheating?
I know.
Remember last time you showed me some videos of Christian 46 when they are up the running up and down the thingo, right? You've got to. It's tough because you don't want to be too rambunctious because their kids around,
right?
Getting autographs. But some guys do that. They run up there, push kids over, they get autographs.
And they're like, "Hey, sign my helmet."
Well, I got some tips from this guy. TJ Watt told him. TJ Watt told him, he goes, "Hey, listen, why are these guys?" And he said, "Why do these guys have to?" He said, "Ron, why do these guys have to be so rude? What happened to manners?" So TJ Watt's a big fan of being respectful. So if you're watching this and you're going to the camp and you want to get an autograph, just say. Now TJ usually after the first couple days they take the golf carts and go the long way, so they don't hit the fans. They push the rookies in to get autographs, but the first couple days they try to go through. And if you say, "Mr. Watt, can I get an autograph, please?"
Yeah,
that'll go big.
Excuse me, TJ, can I please get an autograph? And he might hear that.
Can I get an autograph? Yeah.
I don't want an autograph. You know what I'm going to ask him, Mr. Watt? How many sacks are you going to get this year? Because I think you're going to get 25. and we will
25,
see.
yeah.
We'll see what he says. That's what I'm going to do.
I
No,
think I think
I
he'll
don't
be,
think he'd answer that. Would he answer that though? I don't think he'd answer that.
I'm going to try.
I just
I know
want
what
to
you're
get.
saying though, because people just see them as like, you know, an object or whatever. Like, you know, hey, give me an autograph? It's like, no, I'd rather someone who says my name or something like that. You know, or maybe you need to be near the end of the line and they need to hear you say something as well.
Or they could hear Mark talk and think that he's handicapped once again,
Yeah.
and get an autograph because they know here they think, you know, they probably think the punter has special needs. But no, I'm just teasing Mark because you have a beautiful accent. But people have asked me, like, "Where's that guy from?" And I'm like, I tell them, and they look at me like,
and they're
they
probably
don't
thinking,
believe me.
why
Like,
is this guy
"What?"
wearing a beanie during summer?
Right, right.
Because it's 48 degrees over there and it's cold.
I like last year how Bubba challenged Christian 46 to a challenge.
That was all you.
Called him
That
out.
wasn't. That wasn't. He was like,
Pickleball.
I'm gonna beat him, and I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
guess he's pretty good at pickleball.
Yeah, I left a few comments on his thing. Nothing's happened out of it, so we'll see. But if I do go over there and there's someone playing, I want to verse him.
I'm gonna tell him again if I see him. I'm gonna tell him again. I'm like, you chickened out in December when he was over here. He was waiting for you down at the stadium, and he said you didn't show. So he wants you in a pickleball match, and he will beat your ass. He's coming from Australia.
So the security will hear selectively beat ass.
Yep.
I waited for you, and then there's a restraining order for Bubba to stay out of what county is that in?
That's Westmoreland County, and I'll be out of I won't be allowed to go to Lake Trobe. I won't be able to go to St. Vincent's.
Here we go.
It'll be perimeter of Route 30. You have to stay back from Route 30.
Here's the comments we get that I just don't. It doesn't matter to me too much. Ask Mr. Watt would take a pay cut if there's no door. The Pittsburgh Steelers are paying a 30-year-old over $100 million. Since when did we get to 30 and it's like really bad at that position? I was talking about, you know, quarterback. I think that's really, really old to be a quarterback being 42. But just because you're 30 doesn't mean you can't get paid. They're going to pay him one more cent than Myles Garrett. Like they will. They'll give him. They'll give him I think they'll give him a 4-year extension and $40 million or something, and then that'll be his like last big contract until he, you know, goes off into the sunset like Cameron Hayward. I'm not worried about the money. I honestly, goodness, I said last week.
They have the money.
I think some fans worry about the money too much. Like on your show, I was like, it doesn't overly matter.
Yeah.
Like let Omar Khan do it. They're going to pay TJ Watt. Like you said, they're going to get 25 sacks. He's at one of our best chances to win. Daredevil on the other side says, fire TJ. They won't fire TJ.
But the thing, Mark, is, and everybody should listen to, back when the Steelers, and I'm an old guy, so I'm an old Steeler head. So in the 70s and late 70s and early, most of those Steelers were 30 and up, and they were winning championships. Now, I know it's a different time back then, but also, too, they were winning championships, and they were getting paid half of what these guys are getting paid now.
Half.
So,
they're getting
well, not even half
back then.
Well,
they had other
yeah.
jobs.
Yeah, they were bagging groceries at Bilo in the off season. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I was watching Jack Lambert play, his 10th season, and he was still getting sacks and getting interceptions and still playing, great stuff. And a lot of NFL players in their 30s are still contributing. Back then and stuff, they were stars. Now I just think it's because of the longer seasons that the age has its effect, because back then there was only 14 games or whatever. Now it's 17 in playoffs. So I think that's why.
And he says here, if I'm giving the team, no, it'd be 10 times better without TJ if you're going to use the money more wisely. I don't know. I just don't think
but for what? Who would you use it to besides the greatest defensive player? You're not getting anybody.
No, you have to get 3 or 4 players and that would step up. Maybe a good free safety and a good outside linebacker. TJ's the guy on so many fronts. Like, not only is he a Hall of Famer in the making, leads the Steelers, he represents them so well. His leadership in the locker room, you got to pay him. And I think they will. They're not going to trade away one of the best players. I don't get too worried about the money side of it. They seem to find money. Like the cap gets changed all the time. There's like $200 million next year, it increases, and they always change the money guaranteed. They move things out around. Like Omar
Mhm.
Khan, we're not Omar Khan. We're just
They,
watching our team.
they still haven't checked the couch cushions or in the dryer vents at Eckershire yet. So
They have enough money, and honestly, if you don't sign him without him, where are you at? Without TJ Watt, we are in worse positions than we already would ever be.
Correct.
Without TJ Watt, we're 1-10, Mr. Entertainment.
How many times have you seen a game near the end, like even the Falcons game, he got the sack to win, like and games like that where I think it was in the Seahawks game too last year that like I could be remembering wrong, but he finishes games. You know, it's down to the wire. He comes around the corner. So I disagree with this. It's not just one player. TJ Watt hasn't won a playoff game. He's always getting hurt. It's not just one player; it's a whole team. You know, and he's a big part of the team.
In that Kansas City playoff game, he got a touchdown, and then the whole team just imploded. You know what I mean? Like,
all right, let's continue this. He says, "See, I'm being realistic. One thing is fans want to become the Penguins, but yada yada yada. But if you're being realistic, why the fuck would you want to get rid of your best player? That makes no sense to me."
I hear where Derpy's coming from though, because like the Penguins held on to their guys too long, and now it's not that the ship was taken on water; it's on the bottom of the ocean. And you don't want your program
for a
long
long time. I understand that, and maybe hockey could be a different game. But this is my point is if you want the team to be better, you want to be realistic. The realistic thing is knowing what the Steelers would do, which is they're not going to trade away TJ, and being realistic is TJ Watt is still in his prime to play good fucking football. To say you want to get rid of him and say see you later, I think it's absolutely stupid.
Well, why would anybody want to get rid of him now when we're trying to go and get these players for
all the other pieces
Super Bowl
came
run?
in. Everyone else came in. DK, they re-signed Elliott. They got Jonas Smith. They got Aaron Rodgers there. They got all the Darius Slay, these guys. They're not bringing everybody in, and then next minute they're gonna fucking.
He says he wants to get the value, but the value to me to TJ Watt is a number one pick or maybe for 2 seasons. Like he is that kind of a player that he has to get the Rolls Royce of trade. He can't get the Ford Festivas of trades. You know what I mean? And why would you want to trade somebody that can change the game? Okay. He also has something to prove too, because in playoffs, he hasn't been healthy. Stuff hasn't happened.
Let's trade away a pissed off TJ Watt to another team to go win a championship. That's smart. That's really smart.
Well, no, that's not. That's
they won't do it.
That's
I think
they won't. The NFC.
Yeah, they could go. Imagine if he went to the Eagles or something like that. They'd be fucking winning championships every year.
Yeah, and we got to play them when we go out there and lose because we can't beat them in Philadelphia.
I think the Madden brain takes over and like, oh, we need to get rid of TJ Watt. He's too much money. He's over 30. He hasn't produced. Hasn't won a playoff game. This, and this. You're thinking of all the negatives when
people wanted to rid of Cam Hayward too, though. Remember
exactly, and he had one of his best years in 2024. When the positive is,
and I was one of them.
Watt.
And I was one of them that was like, well, maybe blah 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 blah. I had to eat crow. I had to eat what I said. So yeah,
I was feeding you like we're on a date, and and speaking of date, it's my anniversary today, and here I am. I haven't seen April yet today, but
is it your anniversary today for real?
Yeah.
Oh well, happy anniversary! Wow, you're very dedicated.
To you guys, not her. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, seriously. April and me we got married at Justice of the Peace in December before I went to Iraq, and then like 18 months later, we had a church wedding. So we actually have 2 anniversaries. So wow. I can blow off either one. So I pick and choose which one.
If you forget one, you can go to the other one, right?
That's right. And
you are dedicated. In 2 weeks, we're going to be celebrating my birthday on this podcast. Because I already told Tammy, she's like, what are you doing on your birthday?
Tuesday or Wednesday? Which one? This one?
Tuesday, July 29th. It's a Tuesday. Tam's like, what are you doing for your birthday? I said, well, I'm talking Steelers football. She's like, really? I said, oh, yeah, I'm talking Steelers football. Because
wait, July when? 29th?
The July 29th is my birthday. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be here for that.
Yeah, I know. We're going to do the show. So, I mean, and that is, it's historic for me because it's my birthday. We're doing a Steelers podcast and we'll be talking Steelers. So, I love my wife.
We're in training camp too. With that,
yes. Oh, we'll be. Well, maybe I'll even be there. Maybe I'll be there from camp. Maybe get escorted out when I'm trying to talk to DJ Watt on my birthday.
You know what I want to get you for your birthday, Bubba? 75 subs, because I think
I know.
right
I
now.
won't eat them. I won't eat 75 subs, but 75 subs to the Steeler Dynasty podcast would make my stomach full.
We're at 425.
We're coming. We're coming. We're doing the right thing.
You're getting there. You're getting there, definitely. You near
Entertainment.
and...
I don't know when entertainment I'm going. I'll put it on my social media. If you want to come down and hang out, I'll be more than happy to hang out with Steeler fans, and we can die.
TJ, well, you know what?
We'll
let
both get
Derpy, let Derpy ask those questions to TJ Watt. I would love that.
I'll have it on camera.
Talk to Derpy. Talk to TJ Watt the same way you talk to us, and that'll be fucking fantastic.
Oh, I don't think I got to work. I got to work the second. Darn it.
Because you know what's funny? I remember last year too, when Cameron Hayward was getting all this shit too. He was getting stuff on the Twitter, and he just chirped back at him. Like these players, man, like they get once they're over a certain age, they do get thrown through the mud. I did it with Rodgers for sure, right? Because he's 42 years of age. But they definitely and Cameron Hayward had one of his best years, putting his hands up, knocked the ball down fucking 8 times, 8.5 sacks. He was second leading in the Steelers. So I think TJ will come out, sign his contract, and say "F you" to everyone, and also do.
I'm not worried about it right now. I'm worried about what Thornhill. I just read an article about our secondary, and the Steelers might want him, but I don't know if they will have him for the season. Maybe they're looking to sign somebody else because they don't think he's going to be adequate enough. Maybe, I don't know.
Is that Thornhill?
Yeah. I don't know. That scares me a little bit.
Find out. That's what training camp's for.
I agree. Because we could still sign a couple players, and I still like to have another receiver. I've been saying that.
You got to be weak. You got to be weak somewhere in some area. You can't be all strong in all areas. You know. I think.
Well, we're going to be strong at quarterback because I believe Aaron Rodgers. He could take out a kid in golfing, and he could throw.
I saw that. Did you see that, Shane?
Yeah, that's funny. Did you see that thing on Netflix about Aaron? That the Enigma, Aaron Rodgers Enigma. There's a documentary on him, and it's just it's kooky, man.
How kooky?
Anybody in chat see that?
I did see it. The golf kid, he's like, "You almost hit me." He's like, "What did he say? Almost isn't close enough, or something."
Yeah. You know how kids are. You know, I mean. Yeah. And I also seen, I don't know how true this is because AI is very scary that they're doing a Terry Bradshaw movie and Tom Cruise is playing Terry Bradshaw. Did you guys see that? I don't know if it's true.
No, I don't know yet because this is all the Facebook AI stuff's getting a bit out of hand.
It's getting, you're right. So I don't know what's real and what's not.
I heard that Terry Bradshaw's going to do a show, but I know Tom Cruise is going to do it. That just throws a fly in your ointment, Bubba. What do you do in that situation?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this could be if he plays Terry Bradshaw, that could be his greatest role ever besides the guy from Tropic Thunder. So I'll deal with it. And I think it's like, like not a documentary. I think it's like a movie on Bradshaw. We shall see. I mean, Tom Cruise is not tall enough to see over the line. I don't know.
Yeah. 5 foot something, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know how true that is, and I'll see how true it is, and we'll go from there. But I mean, I another thing that I've been reading is I'm glad that some players that we had last year are not with us now because let's just say firecrackers and getting injured is not the smartest thing to do, and I don't know.
Najee, what happened there?
I don't know. You don't play fireworks, I guess.
Some report said he might have lost his sight or lost a bit of his eyesight.
He's going to be wearing some goggles, and he's trying to get on, trying to get a position on that team because they drafted that rookie. And me, I always liked Najee. He was dependable and consistent, even though it is what it is. He's still got 1,000 yards every year.
Speaking of the other rookie running back for the Browns, got in a bit of trouble too. He was something with battery and assault, I think, to his partner.
That's not good.
Was that the one? Is that the Browns quarterback, Judkins? Something happened there too. I think I could be wrong.
I remember something like that.
Yeah, something happened there too. So, and then the Bengals still haven't signed their rookie DL lineman. He might be going back into the draft.
A lot of teams haven't signed their number 2 picks. Seattle didn't sign their 52nd this 52nd pick, which was the Metcalf trade. So they didn't sign that. So actually, they said the Steelers actually got the best out of that because we got Metcalf. Seattle didn't sign their pick as of yet, and a lot of teams haven't signed their second round picks. So having a second round pick this year was probably not a good thing in the NFL.
And also the who was another one? The Bengals too haven't signed Trey Hendrickson as well yet. Like there's still things lingering on, not just that TJ thing.
I seen where the Bengals are third place. I seen a video where someone picked the Steelers to win the AFC North, and it wasn't me. It was somebody else.
Yeah, I said that to you in Messenger, and I think we should probably talk about that tomorrow.
What, the division?
Yeah, what this gentleman said about his picks for the division and what we think the division's going to look like
Is it because we do have Rodgers, because we do have a good defense and the running game through Arthur Smith? Was that like some of the ideas?
I think that's partially it. I think a lot of it has to do with the defensive moves they made, and also the fact that the Browns are going to finish last because they have 5 quarterbacks and not one of them are worth a shit, or 4 or whatever. The Ravens' schedule is brutal. They have a lot of NFC North teams to play along with their AFC teams. So the Ravens actually have a harder schedule than us. And
I think our defense is better than the Ravens on paper right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we're playing the NFC North as well, I think.
We are. But also Rodgers owns the AFC North.
They're playing Commanders, Bills. They're playing Lions, KC. They're playing who else? Us twice. Green Bay. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Maybe KC's in there too. The Bills will be tough. Mm-hmm. We need them to lose about 6 games.
We're gonna
lose their first pick.
We're gonna squeak out a couple games.
What's that mean? They're gonna lose their first pick to college.
That means he might be staying in school. Maybe they didn't sign. I don't know.
Who was? I don't remember the Browns' first pick. I remember was the Bengals guy.
I can't remember.
I can't recall either.
And I'll be honest with you, I really don't care. No offense, guys. I don't care about any other team. I'm glad they drafted Sanders. Thank God.
Wait. I'm gonna give Bubba a bit of a hypothetical, a bit like Shane does here. If you had to, Bubba. If you had to.
Oh God, here we go.
Which team would you want to watch win a Super Bowl if the Steelers are out?
Just in the AFC?
Any team. We'll start there.
So it's your hall pass.
Yeah, if you had the Steelers are out and this team made the playoffs and you want to go on a bit of a run, you don't hate them at all. You're just like, oh, they're a good.
I don't hate. But for me, it'd probably be the Bills.
I don't like any other AFC team because I'll never pick an AFC team besides the Steelers. I would probably take the Chicago Bears, but they don't have a good team. And based on a person winning a Super Bowl, and it wasn't the Steelers, I would say Baker Mayfield winning a Super Bowl.
That's the Bucks. Yeah.
Not the Bucks, but just Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. I'd have to say the Bucks because Baker Mayfield. Yeah.
He shotgunned a beer the other day too at some random golf event. Walked past the fellas, they gave him a beer, shotgunned the beer, walked on.
I can't do that. I'd probably throw up.
Jeddah has a team for every division. Can't lose.
I think
guys, I'm gonna have to pop out of here because I got to drive and I don't want to drive and do the show. But I'll pop in if you get home in time. But
all right, all good.
Cheers, guys.
See you, Shane.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Don't rack.
Yeah, don't rack.
He's everywhere.
Could you imagine having a team for? Let me remove him. He's gone. Every division.
No, every division. I could not. I think Devil's still eating his birthday cake from yesterday. It was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah, he turned 32 yesterday, I heard.
Wow, I wish I was 32. See, he's a year older than TJ Watt and still could probably get $1 million contract.
Yeah, he works out every day.
Yeah.
Look at the back on him, mate.
Yeah.
He works out and listens to podcasts. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then eats macas after. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, like, if I'm going to cheer anyone, it might be the Lions. I think Lions would be a good team to root for.
I did cheer for him in the playoff last year. I did.
Yeah, but it's same thing. Like Baker Mayfield, he would have been great for the Steelers to get him.
Oh yeah, I'd have been okay with that.
Definitely. Because his turnaround from the Browns has been insane. That they were terrible to him, and he found his new.
Yeah, they treated him like garbage. I mean, he gave him their first playoff victory against us, and they just threw him out on a street without even a.
They went and got a massive quarterback and Watson and all the money, and said, "We don't need you. See you later." And now
look what happened there.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah,
a lot of yards, and he keeps them competitive in their division. Their division's pretty shit because we got Panthers, Falcons, and Saints.
He's got some good receivers to throw to also. Yeah.
So he'd be one to cheer for too, like that kind of story. For him to win one would be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm kind of with you too. I don't think I would cheer on any AFC team. It's very tough. Definitely not one of those fans who cheers on the AFC North. I see fans on Facebook.
I'm not like, I don't have two jerseys in my closet. Like, the Steelers play at 1 o'clock, and we put my Steelers jersey on. And at 4 o'clock, I'll take it off and put another jersey on. And then at 8 o'clock, put another jersey on. No.
The Bengals were around because they were in the Super Bowl. And then there were things saying, would you cheer for the Bengals? I said, fuck no. But then some fans would say, well, they're part of our division. We've got to cheer our division on.
Fuck no. No, I'm not like that. I know some people that are like that. And that's not me, because once the Ravens beat us last year, it takes me a week to recover. And whoever was playing the Ravens, I wanted them to beat the Ravens. So it doesn't compute in my logical computer banks.
They're in our division, but they're our rival. We don't like them. Browns, Bengals, Ravens hate them. That's why I have in my emojis: Browns suck, Ravens suck, and Bengals suck. Question from Corey Davis from Melbourne. Says, Bubba, if you could meet any former player at Steelers training camp upcoming, and who would it be and why?
Ooh. Former player, I would probably say, and have a sit-down conversation would be, give me two, Corey. I'll go one with Ben Roethlisberger, and because I like Ben, and Merrill Hodge. Just sit down with Merrill Hodge and actually talk X's and O football. Ben just
at training camp, having a cigar or a brewski.
Yeah, and Ben just shooting the shit and seeing if he'll let me come over and sit on his podcast and drink his imported beers, or just drink an Iron City at his house because he's got a big kitchen.
That's a good question. I like that answer. I'd probably I was thinking like Troy. I think Troy Palama. I think number 43 would be really good convo at training camp. After
I'd figure you say James Harrison.
Oh, Debo as well, but I do. I think if I just saw a training camp and we're sitting after and they've just gone through the X's and O's and hit each other, getting actual football talk right after, I think Troy would be one of the ones up there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think like former player, you think maybe back in the 70s, 80s, but these former players are players from 20 years ago still. Even Jerome Bettis. Him explaining to you how to hit a hole, how to do blocking right, all that kind of stuff, or even Mike. I
would ask him what he felt when he played the Colts and he fumbled that on the 1 yard line. What was his emotions going through at that time? And you could be explicit as you want to be, Jerome, because I know I would be, because when you did that, I was screaming.
If Ben doesn't make that tackle, then Bill Cowher doesn't win a Super Bowl.
Right.
If he doesn't make that tackle when he runs back and forth,
we're done.
And then Bill's Cowher's legacy is quite in a bit of shambles too, right? Because we lose that one. So that was an insane play. That was when I was younger. Number 40, right? That was all for the bus. Bus ran in. Mm-hmm. Ball comes out.
Never happened before. We all go,
holy shit.
Yep. That never happened.
Field goal.
Yeah, because that's a touchdown. That's an automatic touchdown.
Yeah,
know,
that
because
same guy had his wife stabbed him in the leg the night before or something.
well, thank God for that because he would have ran it back.
And then the kicker missed the field goal to win. Like, you can't make that up.
No,
That's
God was
insane.
on our side.
My players I choose would be Joey Porter and Ryan Clark. Joey
Okay.
Porter would be interesting. I find Ryan Clark, to me, my Ryan Clark, I like him as a player, but as an analyst, I can't stand him.
Yeah,
really
he's a little
can't.
terrible. I like him as a Steeler player. Joey Porter, I talked to him in line when he was getting nachos at the Hall of Fame game, and he had glasses on. And his wife
He
was
was right
like,
in front of you?
"Oh yeah, I got a picture. Yeah, I got a picture with him." And his wife was like, "Just shut up to these people and just get the food." And yeah, he was, yeah.
What, she said that when you were talking
Oh
to him?
yeah, she's like, "Just get the
Oh,
food."
wow.
And yeah, because they don't want to be, they were getting bothered, and he was in line like a regular Joe
But
Schmo.
were you being annoying though, or were you just being
No,
like
I was like,
friendly?
hey, Joey, what's up? Can I get a picture? And he's
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah. I mean, I'm not an ass. I was getting a lot of
Yep.
pictures that day. That was the Jerome Bettis. That was the Bettis Hall of Fame stuff. And there were Steelers go. That was one of the greatest days ever that I've ever had in my life because it was a lot of Steeler fans, but there was a lot of NFL players. I mean, I met Eddie George. I got a picture with Eddie George. I met Lou Holtz. Marvell Smith. Mike Logan let me have the ring on my finger. That's the night I met Big Ben Roethlisberger, and I almost kissed him because my wife got the picture and she didn't get it right and she was crying. And I was like, it doesn't matter, Tammy. It looks like I'm kissing him, but it was okay.
That's funny. That's funny that the wife in line was like, just all right, stop talking to him. We need our food. Shut up.
Yeah.
Well, they must be getting, everywhere they go.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's rough because they're trying to do stuff. They're trying to be regular people, and they're getting it from all angles, especially at a Hall of Fame game like that, and any type of stuff. They're probably getting stuff when they go to the airport. If they come into Pittsburgh, they're getting it. When they're going out of Pittsburgh, they're getting it. So it's kind of hard.
Z says, I'd like to meet D'Angelo Williams. He had a pretty good run with us, too.
I wish they would have had him for another year.
I remember when he was wearing the pink boots, he had a good run with us. So he was like a really good backup after Bell, right? He was pretty good. He did quite well.
Yeah. Oh, Devil wants to meet AB. Yeah, you guys would be making some headlines too.
Oh, that is insane.
I would like to party with AB. That'd be great,
I don't even know about that, man. He is just something.
Well,
something different. I've read.
Yeah.
Do you read his tweets? His tweets are insane.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're insane. All right, let's get back on track a little bit with the training camp stuff. Who are you looking forward to, Baba? Let's go on the defense. What player are you looking forward to, carving a role out for themselves? Maybe they didn't have last year, or a guy stepping up in that sense for our defense.
I want to see, like I said last year, I want to see last year as I wanted to see this year. I still want to see Corey Trice make a difference in that secondary. I want to see that rookie Black, see how he is on the defensive line. And I want to see Jack Sawyer. So that's three guys. One guy I already talked about last year, and two guys that are rookies that I want to see on the defense.
I think Wyatt Black's going to be very interesting. He's like 6'6". He's got the connection. There's another guy there, Sebastian Castro from Iowa, and then the other guy too, the running back as well. So they got they're all mates. I'm really keen for Peyton Wilson to step up and do his role. I think that's intriguing, and Cole Holcomb too, coming back from his injury. Yeah, Holcomb as well. Buggy, what's going on?
Yeah, I read an article, and this article said that he could have been maybe on the bubble, Cole Holcomb on the bubble, but I don't see that happening. I see him coming, back from his injury, maybe not starting, but being a solidified.
It was a pretty bad injury too.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, getting him back in football shape and just seeing him, play good football for our Steelers is going to be. Yeah, there's a lot of guys on our team. A lot of guys that I think are fighting for spots. And our defense is definitely different, like, secondary wise. Slay, Jalen Ramsey to be one of them, right? A lot of different guys. No Minka is very different.
Nope.
So
Nope.
the defensive line is intriguing as well with Derek Harmon. Like, there's a lot of young blokes there. That's what I'm saying in terms of TJ. You don't trade away a guy like TJ when you got all these young guys around him. Yeah,
No, because your whole defensive unit, even though it's high priced, has to eventually you have to hit pay dirt. Eventually, you have to strike gold as many times as you're try to do something.
Daredevil follows the NRL here, the National Rugby League, which I follow, the Eagles. There's the Melbourne Storm are about to take care of the Eagles. The Melbourne Storm are $1.40 favorite, and the Eagles are $3.50. So it's probably right.
What does that mean? $1.40 favorite. What does that mean?
I don't know how you guys do your. I don't understand how you guys do your. They're a really good favorite. Like,
so they're the favorites. And the spread is
like minus like 10.5.
Okay.
Yeah, Melbourne Storm are a really good side, and my Sea-Eagles are like mid tier at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, we played pretty well at Manly. Yeah, so I don't know if Corey's from Melbourne, he could be a Melbourne Storm fan too. But it's funny because Daredevil knows the NRL.
Well, Devil knows everything.
He's not allowed. You're not allowed to though. He can't watch National Rugby League in America. Not allowed to.
Why?
Because he's an American fan.
Oh, I see. Oh, you got me. You got me, mate. Yeah, I don't. That's just some people. I think there's a lot of stupidity and a lot of hatred anymore. Just people are just.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I do hate the Ravens organization, and Ravens fans because they're acidine, but I don't dwell on it, because it's that natural animosity because that's our rival. You know what I mean? Like you have respect, but it's still hatred at the same time. Yeah.
Well, I just think that because I am a fan from somewhere else, I think it's different. And they're just like, if I have a different opinion, they go, you can't have an opinion because you're not from America.
That's bullshit. I sat beside you in a goddamn Steeler in a Pittsburgh bar cheering the Steelers on against the Ravens. So I know more than anybody, because you were high-fiving when we were scoring and when we fumbled the ball.
Russell Wilson was so close. I was up, then down.
Yep. I mean, and we watched the whole game, and I mean, your intensity was as a Steeler fan should be. So people that actually comment on you not being a Steeler fan, I seen it with my own eyes, and I was there.
I wake up at 3 fucking a.m. to watch the game.
Yeah,
I've been doing that for 20 years.
That's dedication. I couldn't. It'd be hard for me to do it.
Let's do a ray gun reset, and we'll be right back to talk about DLC's comment. And where is it? The whole thing's changed now too.
Everything's changed.
Ray
That's
gun
because your hands.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Can you ask me a question? Yes.
I need to make a new one of that.
Oh, is that funny?
You saw me do that as well in the pub.
I did, in front of all those people, and I'm like, what in God's name is he doing?
Well, the guy said to me, he was like, do you know Reagan? I was like, do I?
and I was at the table, and you did it far away, and they're like, what is he doing? I'm like, oh, he's doing the ray gun dance. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, yeah. That was at that
I said,
table.
do I? I said, I can do it better. And
well, and better you did.
I love this, by the way. General says, I wanted to run him over, Russell Wilson, channeling his inner Xavier Grimble. Do you remember that? When Xavier Grimble was going to the end zone, and he could have, went inside or out, or did something different. He lowered his shoulder, fumbled the ball. These players, man, just go out of bounds or something. Yeah, only Pittsburgh who live in Pittsburgh can be real fans. That's right.
That's
and yeah, JJ5 too lives out somewhere far away. Like he's serving in the country doing all kinds of things. You don't even know where he's like Shane.
Yeah, you never know where Shane's at. You never know.
There you go. I met the buses. I love it. People. Steeler Nation knows everyone. I love it. I met the boss's parents in Jacksonville. They're in their bus traveler. There you go. How ironic. They drive everywhere while he was playing. There you go.
That's awesome.
I hope I wasn't a fool because I was drunk as hell. Nah, I don't think so. When you go up there, people know you're a bit, laughy and happy. It was all good. OnlyFans where Steely McBeanies are real fans. That's
Wait,
the Steely
Is that
McBean
is that
beanie.
only fans where you got to pay to watch Steely
Nah.
McBean watch Steelers football for $9.99?
Yeah. Hey, that means Corey's not a fucking fan either. So 3 games are tough to watch, but worth if we win 100%. Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, getting up that early and preparing yourself to watch a Steeler game. Like for me, it's hard because you got to get your food ready. You got to, and a 1 o'clock game, you want to get 12. You want to watch the pregame. You want to get situated. You want to know what you're eating. Because sometimes
before I started doing streaming, right, and doing the live reaction parties, I would legit wake up at 2:55 a.m. and lay in bed and just turn it on and just go, "Yay, we're going, yay!" Like, because you're not awake,
right.
It's not the same as like when I go to a 1 p.m. game or I go to a game in Pittsburgh to all the fans around. It was super insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
100%. Yeah, games usually 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or the 6:15, 8:30 because they go in like 3-hour increments.
Yeah, you guys got it rough. And I hate Thursday night games. I always have. I never liked us playing Thursday.
That's our Friday lunchtime. So we like that.
Friday lunchtime. While you eat the
pub
burger.
and watch it. Yeah, we go to the pub at 11 a.m. and there'll be guys in, North Sydney or Sydney or, guys in downtown, the city or wherever. They'll go to a lunch break that goes for like 3 hours. And then, I would too. If I'm an NFL fan and I could take off half the day to go watch, I could take off, But, yeah, Super Bowl Monday is prime over here. Prime. It's because it's our Monday, 12 p.m. football,
Wow.
But that's why we love it, man. G'day, Jack. What's going on? And I think, Jack as well. He's a bloke from England, I'm pretty sure.
See, it's international.
But he can't be a fan either.
Well, no, I mean, in my eyes, you can be. I mean, and I will always defend. I will always defend Steeler fans on my podcast. So if someone is going to be, especially if they're going to try to get over on you, it ain't happening. Because we do
it all the time, though.
I just F them. I don't understand it, and it makes me mad.
You know what?
I just makes me mad.
The big thing I love about football, right? I've been learning the game for a long time now. To me, football, I don't know about you, but it's always been like their weakest player against like our strongest player in a mismatch. So if our tight end is better than their middle linebacker, maybe they design a plan to get the ball to the tight end. Maybe if they got a weak cornerback, you test them with DK Metcalf, right? I love that kind of shit. I love the matchups where it's like center versus their D tackle. Do you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. I love the 11 on 11 and the mismatch. And of course, like last year with the Ravens game, we didn't take care of Lamar Jackson. He fucking burnt us.
Yeah.
So I love that.
This year we have to because we didn't hit him. So when we hit him, as soon as he gets the ball and he was getting checked, he was getting to be I don't know when I'm going to get hit, but they just stayed away from him. They let him do what he does best, and that's what killed us.
But what do you love about football, Bubba? Like, do you like the X's and O's? Do you love the team side of it? What do you love about it?
I don't. I'm not so much into the X's and O's. Well, I do like some plays, but I just like the total old school style smash mouth football now with that new wave of like Madden wave, you know what I mean? With the 4 receiver set kind of thing and going right down the field and scoring quickly where the Steelers can't score quickly like they used to under Big Ben. Now we have to, but this year could be very, very different. This offense could be very, very different, and Aaron Rodgers could lead us down there and we could score quickly. And I also like, defense where we're shutting people down and it's total domination because, I mean, I was a little kid in the 70s and I seen a little bit of that Steelers defense. And even, with the James Harrisons and Aaron Smiths and James Ferrier, that defense, that was good stuff. And Dick LeBeau's defense was great. So, but also too, living here and being here where the Steelers is a culture. And for me, it never goes away. Is probably why I'm so into it, and I always will be.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's definitely when your team's doing well, and you see good plays and from a good player, it's one of the best times, right? We see an amazing run by Warren, or when Warren knocked over the Bengal on the way for Austin to get a touchdown. It's happy days. Everyone loves it. But yeah, I think for that fan last week on your show, I was being sarcastic.
That's okay. You're
and,
allowed to be.
Most Australians are very sarcastic. Like we take the piss a
So
lot.
some people from Western Pennsylvania that I know.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing.
But yeah, he says Mike was being a D hole, right? And it just I get those fans all the time that because I don't live there, that I can't comment or I can't support the team. But it's like this has been for my journey on YouTube and like being a fan has been fucking awesome. Like I've actually met you. I've met Jack in Bondi, having a beer with him, and we talked. We talked too much. Then we got to fucking stop. We got to be like, all right, I got to go home. You got to go home. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
that
your
great.
community, your Steeler community is something that I've never seen before, and I even brought that up yesterday on my interview. Like I bring it up all the time to people, like the Steelers community that you have on your Steelers Nation Australia. They come to the Steelers Dynasty stuff, so it intermingles, and then you have other Steeler podcasters, and it's connected. So it's a big community where we're all want one thing. We want the Steelers to win a championship again, and just to feel that ride. Just going for a playoff run like last year, even though it was that one game, was still huge.
Yeah, I know. It was also so much fun to be in Pittsburgh with you guys too. Like when you came into the bar, you're like, oh shit, Mark's tall, and I was like, hey, what's
I look
up?
up. I was like, holy shit, I'm small. I'm like, and I'm a big dude. I'm like, holy hell. Yeah.
But that's what it's about. And I think that, yeah, those comments like that make no sense. Like the game is now moving all around the world. It's going to Germany, Dublin, Ireland, everywhere. It's a really asinine, stupid comment.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you banned him and whatnot, but
all right, I'll
I don't
ban
know. It makes no
anybody.
sense.
If they're on my show and they say negative shit like that anyway, first off, it's a Steelers podcast. And if you're going to be anti-Steeler, I'm going to give you the boot anyway, because that's how it is. I mean, you can say whatever. Like, I'm not, like, sometimes I might not agree with what the Steelers do. I mean, when they signed Mike Vick and people were protesting here and doing whatever and burning jerseys, and I'm not doing that. I got Steelers stuff all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm not burning my Steelers stuff because of what happens.
I've got Antonio Brown's jersey, like, and I'm a huge fan of dogs, and I had to put that aside because he did apologize, right? And also going back to the Rodgers thing too, I wasn't a fan of Rodgers, but I'm slowly turning around.
I know you're gonna get a jersey like I am.
Oh,
I'm looking one. I'm going to get one
for the start of the season.
I'm going to get one for the start. I'm going to get a black. I'm not going to get away. I'm going to get a home jersey.
Are you going to get Rodgers number 8 in the back?
I'm going to get yeah. I'll get.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe get a Color Rush one. Like the new Color Rush one's coming out soon, apparently.
I'll have to look.
Isn't this one they're doing something on the 21st coming shortly?
That's probably one of those hype videos. Probably. Those hype videos are good. I always love them.
Pepper says, "Oh,
I know she's not. She's not. She's
that's
not.
fine. Everyone can be not fine with it.
She's still a Steeler fan.
Yeah,
she's still a Steeler fan.
Oh, I can't even imagine if someone told Pepper that she's not a Steelers fan. She'd probably give him a stone cold stunner.
Oh, that'd be great.
Actually, by the way, I saw the AEW the other day. Was at my mate's house. It was in Texas. All in Texas. Crazy, those guys.
Yeah, it was like 12 noon. I was at work. It was 12 noon. I watched Goldberg's last match Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah.
You used to be a former wrestler. Do you ever see some of the new stuff they're doing now, the stuff that you used to do, in terms of like all the flips and
I couldn't do any of that. I went off the top rope one time. I messed up. I went back up to make sure I could do it again. And all I did was did a double axe handle. I was more of a brawler. I couldn't do the high. I'm not a high. Well, being 290 or 300 pounds, I fire.
I was younger watching wrestling too, right? Watching like Hulk Hogan and stuff, and that kind of wrestling.
Yeah, they didn't do high.
It was
stuff.
all the drama build up, right? From the punch, to the double axe handle. And
they were characters. They were real life characters that people, when they talk, people would listen. So it's their dynamic personality that brings out their promos, and like they looked larger than life figures back then. Like now some of the guys look like, like everyday people, but that's okay too. It's a different
Yeah.
genre now.
There's not many of the Ultimate Warrior or the the Hulk Hogan, like that kind of
No,
style, or Andre the
no.
Giant, right? They had
No.
a character, or Jake the Snake Roberts, or whoever behind that, right? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
No, I saw AEW the other day at my mate's house, and they were doing some crazy shit.
Mhm.
Like they were. I saw a guy do a front flip, and a guy was holding him into a pile driver, a front flip off the turnbuckle pile driver. Unreal.
Yeah, and I saw at the movie theater when I was watching Superman, and it took me 10 minutes to get up. And a movie attendant's like, "Sir, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Holy hell! I used to do this for wrestling for a living, and now I take a back bump and I just lay on the ground like a tortoise."
Yeah, Bubba, you got to sell it, right?
I sold
Corey
it all right.
Corey Davis is from Melbourne. The Steelers win Super Bowl in the near future. Honestly, I'll be on a bender partying hard. What will you do, Bubba, if we win a Super Bowl this year or next year?
Same thing. I'll be partying like I be calling off work, going on getting newspaper clipping, the front page, Sports Illustrated magazine, getting the Sports Illustrated Super Bowl champion hat, ordering that with a T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be pretty freaking awesome to be a part of that ride.
Well, yeah, because when it was during in the 70s, I was too young. I didn't, when we beat Seattle, I mean, I was popping champagne. I was partying like a rock star. We beat the Cardinals. I was at my buddy's house watching the game, and I was pacing the whole way around when Fitzgerald went and scored that touchdown. And I'm like, oh man, I was walking around and I wouldn't sit down, and it was just. And then Big Ben, that drive was all Big Ben. And then Santonio Holmes, not once, because the first time he didn't get him, took him twice.
Yep.
So
it was awesome. Last question, and we'll get out of here because I have to go to work in like 20 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Or half an hour. How was Superman, Bubba?
Superman was thumbs up. We're going to be talking about it Thursday night on the Experience show. Me and Shane and Cable, we all saw it. It was good. It was good to watch it in a movie theater. So,
that's when you fell over.
Yep, that's when I fell over. Yep.
Well, it's all good. And Pepper says I have the clippings for years, which is I guess the 40 and 43, right?
I actually have a scrapbook when I was a little kid from all the clippings, all the Steeler ticket stubs, all autographs. And stuff like that. I have a scrapbook when I was a kid, and I made a Steelers scrapbook. And it was, I used to get, my grandfather was a season ticket holder, so I got a Christmas card every year from the Steelers. And then when I got to be a season ticket holder, I got that from the Steelers, and I put them in scrapbooks. So this is gone. I've been a Steeler fan probably since the 70s, so most of my adult life. All life.
Last question, and Jamie said he was at the barbecue having beers. But last question from Corey. Will Howard, even though he's QB3, what do you want to see out of him, Latrobe? For me, I just want to see him be competitive, get the ball on, to the players at the right time, stay healthy, and just learn. I'm just keen to see him learn.
Big Ben loves him. Ben has been actually putting it out there on his podcast how he's supportive of him, and he hasn't been saying anything about Mason Rudolph. I don't know. That competition could be very, very neck and neck, but Mason still is not got his just dues. I mean, we thought 3 months ago, we thought he was going to be the starter. So, but we do have one of probably the best backups in the NFL, you know what I mean?
Ben doesn't like Mason for some reason.
I don't think he does,
But
I think it'd be cool if Ben invites him over to his house. That'd be great. And then he'd be like, you know what, Ben, you don't like me. And he throw a beer in his face and he walks out.
All righty. Let's get out of here, Bob. That was a great show. Hour and 4 minutes in. I've got to go to work in 20 minutes.
Well, hopefully you warm up.
Yeah, I'm just going to get over this cold. I'll be good.
Drink a hot toddy. Drink a hot toddy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Jesus God Almighty! It's it's maybe tea or coffee, and you put a little whiskey in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if that would go down well at my youth center.
Probably not. Don't do it there. Just Do it at home.
No, it's good. So tomorrow you'll be doing a show on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I'll try and be in the chat as best I can.
Well,
And
thank you.
The week
well, yeah.
after,
Well, every time you get in the chat, we got controversy. So hey, that's good.
the week after, I will be training. No, we're 1 day away from training camp. The official day is the Wednesday when your podcast.
Okay.
I think
Tuesday's like the pre-hype.
I think, yeah. Then we're into it. So it's coming around the corner. We're getting there for sure.
I'm ready. There's a lot of stuff I want to see. I feel that there's going to be some great competition. And since Shane said we got to go earlier in the early morning stuff because they don't have afternoon stuff, I don't know what I'm going to do. And if I call off work, I can't put any footage out because I'll get in trouble. The watch police will watch me.
You'll be there for a little bit. You'll find a way somehow.
Oh, there's a will, there's a way. You know, one year I was there. I was the first person I think there, and they were just running wind sprints. And I was up on top of the hill, and I was there before. There was nobody there but me. I was sitting there watching them run. That was it. And I'm going to run right out of here right now.
Here we go. Thanks for hanging out with HDU and Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Like and subscribe to both if you haven't already, y'all. Hooly dooly. Thank you, Pepper. Thanks, everyone. That was fun. I'll be better in 2 days' time. I'll be better next week. And Bubba, yeah, man, you have a good time tomorrow on the Steelers Dynasty Podcast with everyone.
Talking Steelers is what I do.
Oh, you do, and you do it very well. You're 85.
So do you, because you're from Australia, and you're allowed to. You know?
Love it. Well, I'm allowed to. That's right.
That's
it's
right.
so wild that like it's a Zoom call and people are watching the Zoom call. Basically, it's like two mates talking Steelers, and then and everyone's just like, "Hey, cheers, mate." Fucking love it. All right, go Steelers. Thank you, Bubba, and thank you, Shane, as well. Let's end it there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow on the Steelers Dynasty Podcast.
See you tomorrow.
See you then.
I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Road.
Put the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.
Good show.